Okay everybody, so today we're going to be doing a video on the SMLE Mark III Star, or as it's more well known now, the No.1 Mark III. Although that was, the name No.1 Mark III was given to this rifle after World War I, and I believe it was 1926. So the SMLE Mark IIIs went into production in 1907. The early SMLE Mark I's were already in production in 1903. That's when the originals went into production. And what these are cock-on close, 10-round detachable box magazine rifles. But they were stripper clip fed, so you wouldn't detach your magazine during actual shooting. You'd lock in your stripper clip and feed it like that. And that's how these rifles would be fed in the field. And this was Britain's main rifle during World War I. They used it all through the war. This one is a BSA 1915 rifle. So it started out its life as a Mark III, but then was updated to the Mark III Star pattern. It has its stock disc here, but the stock disc was at some point scrubbed of all its markings. They stopped doing the stock discs because the Germans were able to tell where different British units were by getting rifles. So they were able to tell, you know, the 1st Division's right here on the front, so we know where they are, but they were over here last week, so we think there's an attack coming here. So they'd be able to tell different things about that. And the bayonets on the SMLEs are the 1907 bayonet. Ours is in a bit of rough shape. We're missing our parts to lock it onto the bayonet lug. But these bayonets were based off of the Japanese Type 30 bayonet, and they would originally have the quillion like that, but they got rid of the quillion before World War I started in 1913. And these rifles were, in total, if you include all the different variations of the No.1 Mark III or Mark III, whichever you want to call it, there were around 10 million of these made, so a fairly plentiful rifle. In the US, you can still find these for cheaper than the No.4 Mark I's, and they're fairly available and cheap. And the ammo we're going to be shooting today is the 303 British EPU rifle line, 180 grain soft point ammo. And yeah, the sights on this are adjustable all the way up to 2,000 meters, and it's a fairly interesting sight adjustment system. It's got a little dial on here so you can adjust it for fine-tuning your yardage. But yeah, that's about all you can say about them, so let's get into shooting at some. That's all 5 of them. Okay, this is our group. 4 right here, and then 1 kind of obscured right here. That's a pretty good group, and it's good that it's shooting a little bit low, because worst case scenario, you have to bump the sight up. It's always better when guns are shooting slightly low than shooting high. Alright, we're going to load up another magazine. We'll load up another clip. That's all of them. That's our next group. It's getting hard to see because it's kind of getting later in the day, have lower light, but 4 of them are right here, 1's right here. We've raised up the sight to hopefully get it on the paper, but it seems we've raised it up a slight bit too much and got it above there. Alright, we didn't show you how to operate the safety earlier, so this position is safe, and then up forward is fire. That's how the safety works on this. We've got our bayonet on with a zip tie because we're missing our internals of it. If anybody knows where to find the internal pieces like the spring, the button, and all, let us know in the comments because we could sure use them. Well, looks like we're out of ammo. Well, that wasn't good. Alright, that's going to be it for the video. We had a lot of fun with the No.1 Mark III or SMLE Mark III, depending on which way you want to say it. And the SMLE is quite a nice, accurate rifle. The reason they really replaced it is because the barrel is lighter than the No.4 Mark I that they replaced it with, and it gets pretty hot. And the lighter barrel means that when it heats up, it's going to start throwing shots a whole lot faster. So that's why they ended up replacing these. And these are pretty nice rifles, pretty accurate, and they're also fairly modern for how the safety is, and the detachable box magazine. And our front end here on this one, I think it might be made by Ishapur, but I can't tell. It's got squared off ears, where is it supposed to have more rounded ones with checkering on top from the British. Could be Indian or maybe Australian, but we don't know where it comes from originally, but it is military. It's not any kind of a reproduction thing. And yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Let us know if you want to see some more out of the No.1 Mark III, or if you want to see any a comparison between this and the No.4. Be willing to make that video. That way, maybe if you're looking to get one, you can decide based on that which one you want to get. Yeah, that's gonna be it for the video, and we'll catch you in the next one.